Hey, how's it going, everyone? Welcome back to my channel. If you are new, then welcome to my channel. And today we're just going to be discussing some of the best base locations for brand new ARK players for PVE. Now note, if you build on some of these places when you're playing PvP, might not be the best idea, but these are some of my best base locations based on my experience. And the first one, this isn't really a good forever base, but it's a good mini base. It's right along here on this itty bitty little island bit. It's right over here on the map. And it's a good little spot, especially if you're a beginner. So you got some rock, you got thatch and wood, you've got access to water, so you don't have to worry about getting dehydrated. And one of the best things, where you see beavers, there are beaver dams. So yeah, don't have to worry about any issues if you're looking for rare flowers, rare mushroom, cementing paste, silica pearls. You've got it all right there. Now the only downside, you do have piranha in these waters. These are all coelacanth. And then over here, you can get sarcos from time to time, and of course it starts raining. But yeah, sarcos do spawn in this lake right here. And unfortunately the lake is not deep enough for water tames, but if it were, this would be a great place if you had a water tame. So it's perfect for amphibious creatures, but not for your deep sea creatures. So, and you can also build along these little buttes, which again is right here on the map. Obviously plenty of stone. You get some metal. You won't get a lot of metal, but you can get some. And FYI, I do have cheats enabled on these videos. That way, if I were to die, then yeah. And please ignore the fact that I've spawned in bosses. I will discuss that in our future video. But anyway, enough of that. Let's get over to the next best location. And we're back. And this is actually one of the best locations if you are brand new to the game. This little section right here, this is perfect for newbies. You only have a handful of dangerous stuff. All the nasty uglies tend to be down below. You'll have seagulls, you'll have dillos up here. Every now and then a raptor, a troodon as well. But for the most part, you just take out that rock right there, a couple of these trees, perfect for a first time base. And right over here is another good place. Now, FYI, nasty uglies do spawn in this area. But all the way up here, yep, see? But all the way up here, this is perfect. Hardly any, you'll get bugs flying up here every now and then. You have raptors down below, so if they give chase to you, they might find a way up here. Occasionally you'll get Carnos and Therizinos around here. But for the most part, it's fairly safe. I mean, yeah, what do we have right there? Yeah, dillos. You also get troodon. so which is a downside. You'll sometimes get alpha raptors over here as well. Is this little spot right here, you will get raptors. And you'll have sharks in the water. I don't know if you saw that one that was right there, but yeah, you'll have sharks in the water. Yep. You have a butt ton of seagulls, unfortunately. A butt ton of ichthyornis. They're just constantly going to be stealing things from you. But you're right over by the red obelisk. More sharks, manta rays, and you get sarcos over here as well. There was one right over here. Is it back under the water? So, yep, there it is. Right at another good location to build a base too. Once you take it out, yeah, you got fish here. You have really nice waterfall if you're into those. You have plenty of Hesperornis, so if you want to get some golden eggs, you can tame some Hesperornis. And you have a bunch of river rock where you can get all of your lovely metal. If you can't find metal nodes, unfortunately you do have things like Therizzinos. You will get raptors that spawn around here. Yeah, but again, you're right next to the red obelisk, so it's not all too bad. And then right along down here, my stamina doesn't give out. This is a good place to build on as well. This little area, I like to call it the Western Peninsula, because we were just right here. That's where those waterfalls were. And that's where the Sarco was, right along there. There's the red obelisk. Oh, didn't mean to do that. But, yeah. This is a really good place for your water creatures. It's deep enough for them. You do have piranha, megalodon, and sarcos that spawn in the water, though. Sometimes you'll get mantas, but luckily you will not get jelly. Yep, Sarco called it. You also get Carnos around here as well, so be mindful of that. But I do not see one, which is unusual. There's usually a Carno right around there. Huh. But yeah, build over there. You'll usually get Dillos, occasionally raptors. You'll get oviraptors, which oviraptors are not nasty ugly. So that's a good thing. And oviraptor's perfect when you're ready to start working on kibble. And scenery wise, that little area is pretty neat. Now that tree, even if you do not knock it over, if you build around it for some reason, I've built around that tree before, never touched it, and it despawned. So I don't know what happened, but it despawned, and it was while I was playing the game too. But up here, this is another good place to build. Alpha raptors do spawn around here, so do compies and Therizinosaurus. Let me see. And usually you'll get a lot of raptors right around here. And down here, occasionally you'll get Sarcos. Okay, there's some raptors and Dillos. But you do get your fair share of ugly things around here. And this right here is a really neat place, not for a base, but for taming pens, because this is right next to what I like to call the Battleground. There was a Sarco over here earlier. Oh well. But I like to call this place like a little battleground. Because look at all the stuff that spawns over here. So, now the reason there's an acro over there, disclaimer, I have the mod, a mod enabled with extra creatures. So, yeah, that's why you're gonna see your non-standard creatures over here. But without the mod, that acro would normally be a T-Rex. And then you'll have scorpions, you'll have argents, hyenodon, you'll get raptors, saber-tooth. From time to time, you'll get Didicurus. Can we harvest this corpse? Because I know you're probably hungry. Okay. And then, of course, right here in the frost biome, this is where things start getting kind of cold. But there's actually a really neat place to build over here. Now, keep in mind, Uranus spawn over here, and they will ruin you. So, they're awesome once you've tamed them, but before then, yeah, they totally suck. So, but you also get argents, daedons, saber-tooth, dire wolves. So you get your fair share of nasty uglies that are, in the end, worth it tames, but you do have plenty of resources. You'll have plenty of oil up here. Plenty of oil, plenty of metal. Look at those metal nodes right there. And the blue obelisk, building right around the blue obelisk is really good because you have resources. It's not your forever base though, because lack of water. You will have to travel down, all the way down the mountain to where the penguins live, right over there. And the blue obelisk is right here. But it's a neat place for a little mini base. So, why is the dragon boss? Okay, my dragon is demanding attention. I don't know why it's still up there. But yeah, right around here you start getting your Uranus. And there's a little spot over here that's actually good for a base. I've never built here in the spot I'm about to show y'all, but it's actually a really good spot for a base. And yeah, plenty of argents again. Argents, unless you cheat spawn your flyers like I did. This guy, I used a cheat to give him the best stats ever, except I neglected his stamina. Building along here's pretty good. Unfortunately, you do get Spinos, Rexes, Alpha Raptors, and Gigas coming down from the volcano. So, but you'll have plenty of dinos to munch on to get your meat. You have plenty of stone, thatch, wood. You have your metal up here, which is great. I need to get all the way up here to rest. The very top of the volcano is really, really safe, but it's not big enough for a base. Because nothing usually spawns all the way up here. It's usually just barren. But you get your obsidian, you get metal, you have crystal if you head down there. And this is the volcano. And the tech cave is down there too. And right off this way you have the redwoods and the black sands. Which over there on that mountain in the redwoods, you tend to get, you'll get metal, you'll get crystal. You won't get obsidian. Unless they've changed it. But unfortunately down here you get a lot of nasty uglies. You'll get Troodon, Microraptor, Terrorbirds, Rexes, Alpha Raptors, Alpha Carnos, Spinos, Thylacoleo. In the redwoods, you'll get Sabertooth. You get Perlovia, yeah, you'll get a bunch of nasty things over here. So, but once you start building here, things tend to not respawn. Like, normally when you wipe things out, they'll respawn as something. No, they won't respawn, period. Which, I don't know why that is. But, yeah. I don't know what to tell y'all. And there's an acro. Oh, and you get bears over here too. So, yeah. Let me find a safe space to regain our stamina. And that safe space is also a good location for a base. It is right over here. Let me park it. Even though I cheat spawned you, we're gonna get this. But yeah, I mean, look at this metal. Just metal, metal, metal. You get metal up there. You get metal over there. You got some metal occasionally down there. Only downside, you get a lot of nasty things coming from there, and coming from in there. You usually have Spinos in there. So, yeah. I mean, if you can build a good, like, you know, some spike walls, maybe some dino gates out of stone or metal, you know, it'd be pretty safe. But still, you gotta be ready for things to randomly spawn in your base, because that will happen. Things will just randomly spawn in your base. You can have 2 or 3 Allosaurus like randomly just spawn in your base. You think, hey, I thought I was safe. No. So, yeah. But if you're looking for dangerous stuff to tame, here's the place to come. And it's right over here. And this is where that little meld node was, right over here. And right up here, I do not recommend you build. I do recommend you come here for resources, for your metal. But I do not recommend you build here. Why is that? This is where Gigas spawn. If you're looking to tame a Giga, come to this mountain right here, because this will be your best luck. Finding a Giga, you'll usually find them not really at the top, usually halfway. They'll usually be somewhere around that little ruin area. So, but yeah, that is right here. And then you've got Carno Island over there. And then you have a secret little area over here. It's a secret little oasis. Now you do get nasty uglies in it, but if you're looking for a secret base area, well, it's not really a secret, but it is a neat little place. It's really cool looking, and it's this little lake over here. And you'll get beaver dams occasionally. You'll get your nasty uglies, and that is right here. So I'd say be mindful down here of raptors, Carnos, Troodon, and then that island right over there, Carno Island. Do not build there because nothing but predators spawn there. You'll get Carnotaurus, Rexes, Alphas. Well, the Alphas aren't that common, but you'll get your share of nasty uglies. So you'll get Argents though. So if you want to look for an Argent, you can always come over there and be like, hey, any high level Argents over here for me to tame? Yeah. Alright, let me get my stamina. So, but you'll always, anywhere along the coast you build, you're always going to find Dillos. That's the thing. They love the beach. You'll find Dillos pretty much anywhere. They're probably the most common small predator. But another good place to build, and we're heading right along the east coast now. And you'll get aloes over here every now and then. They're pretty rare, but they will spawn around here from time to time. And of course you're going to have a butt ton of sharks in the water. Over here along the edge of the swamp, this part of the swamp, it's actually a neat place to build. There aren't that many resources though. That is the main downside of building over here. Not that many resources. So you have your thatch, you have your wood, you have some stone, but you won't find any metal nodes around here. But you will find plenty of snakes, you'll find leeches, you'll find snails. So if you're looking for a snail, you can come over here for a snail. You'll find Sarcos and Capros and Dimorphodon, Dimetrodon. So that is something to be mindful of. But up here is really flat, and I'm not going to land up here because I saw something with the alpha glow. Alpha Raptor, and there is Xena. So yeah, dangerous stuff spawns up here as well. You're gonna find dangerous stuff anywhere, everywhere on the map pretty much, but you're gonna find a lot of it over here. So just be mindful of that. Capros usually tend to stay in the swamp. Sarcos may wander. Snakes will definitely wander away from the swamp. Frogs, if you're looking for a frog, you can get your frogs here as well as plenty of piranha if you're hoping to be piranha bait. Yeah, and that is right along here. And this next part I really don't recommend because of that. But if you want to build over by the lava cave, which is where you get the artifact of the massive, I believe it's the artifact of the massive, I'll have to double check on that. So, but I'm going to be making how-to videos on how to best get artifacts. And please ignore that. That is where I had to raise my Indominus Rex. And please ignore the fact that I have wyverns on here. But yeah, here's your lava cave where you get the artifact of the massive. You can build in this little cove. Just take out the trees and the rocks. So these tend to not respawn. The only downside is everything that's up here tends to be a problem. You will get Rexes. You will get Aloes. You will get Raptors. There's Xenosaurus. Piranhas, sometimes Sarcos. And Carnos. You will get Carnos. But, yeah. I mean, it's a really risky place to build. But if you like being risky, you can build here totally. Go for it. And of course, Troodon, right down there next to the Stegosaurus. And it's raining again. So anyway, those are my most recommended places for building a base. If you like this video, be sure to smash that like button, subscribe, and I will see you in the next video.